morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, I want to talk to you about a really cool deck idea that was actually showcased on the official Japanese Pokemon channel, and I am into it, ladies and gentlemen. I am into it. It actually all revolves around Kyogre Amazing Rare. And maybe it's just because I had a son and I called him Archie, like the leader of Team Aqua. And I think I should try and do some winning with Kyogre, like the leader of Team Aqua. So maybe I'm just drawn to Kyogre decks. I don't know. But I do know that Kyogre Amazing Rare looks awesome. And this is a really fun way to actually go about getting Kyogre Amazing Rare working. Now, like most Amazing Rares, Kyogre has one attack. And the attack cost is kind of a bit annoying. 1 water, 1 lightning, 1 metal, 1 colorless energy. It's annoying. However, the attack does do 80 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh. Yeah, that's a kind of attack, right? Where if you use it, you put your opponent on a clock. You use this attack 1 turn. And then it's basically over to your opponent. And if they don't get rid of your Kyogre, etc., you are going to be in a lot of trouble. Yes, fine, they can play the Mew from Unbroken Bonds, and some people will, and that will kind of ruin this strategy. Although we've got so many gusting options at the moment. Just pull that Mew active, get rid of that Mew, and just carry on with your day. That Mew's got 60 HP. I'm sure you've got something that can KO it. I'm sure you'll be fine. And then you go back to Kyogre. If you use Kyogre's attack, any Jirachi your opponent might be trying to use on the bench, gone. Any Galarian Zigzagoon that your opponent might be trying to use, gone. Pre-evolutions, I mean, if you can get this rolling fast enough, your opponent basically cannot bench any pre-evolutions until they've gotten rid of Kyogre. They might be playing a Frostmoth deck, but they could bench 3 Snom at once. And the second you use this attack, all of those Snom get KO'd. And unless they've got an evolving Pokemon with more than 80 HP, and most of the time they don't, yeah, they're going down. And if you use this attack twice, there goes all of your opponents to Dene, 2 prizes each. And then 3 times 240, that's getting most 2-prize Pokemon. And stuff up to and including Pikachu and Zekrom. And you do it 4 times, that's 320 damage. And pretty much everything shy of the biggest VMAXs like Eternatus have gone down. Although, like we see, they actually will have gone down. We'll get there in a moment. So if you're trying to play Kyogre, the deal here is incredibly simple. You just need to try and get Kyogre up and rolling as fast as you possibly can. And if you can get Kyogre rolling fast enough, you will basically win the game, like, guaranteed. And that's kind of hilarious. And that's where the Dragonite from Unified Mind comes in. Now, this is one that, I'll be honest with you, I get told a lot that I forgot a particular combo when I'm doing an analysis video. And most of the time I haven't forgotten, I've thought about it and thought, nah, doesn't need to go in the video. But this Dragonite, I'll hold my hands up right now, I forgot. I did not even realize this Dragonite was an option. But it's got the ability Hurricane Charge. Once during your turn, you may attach a water and a lightning energy, or one of each, from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. Now, the any way you like is important. It means you can put them onto different Pokemon, which might be relevant. But if we go back to Kyogre's attack cost here, we've got a water, we've got a lightning, and we've got a colorless. So 3 of our 4 energy can be paid here using this ability, although only 2 at a time. Which means that all we need to do is attach a metal energy from our hand, and we can be rolling. So essentially, turn 1, you attach to Kyogre. Turn 2, you hopefully get a Dragonite down, use the ability, attach, and oh look, now you've actually got your 4 energy on there. You can use stuff like Turbo Patch. You can use stuff like Tapu Koko to get the lightning on. Now, that's going to depend on how much space you've got in your deck, etc., etc., but those are certainly options you could consider to help yourself out a little bit as well, especially because they attach from the discard and Dragonite attaches from the hand, and it might add up quite nicely. But this central combo of Dragonite and Kyogre just makes so much sense, and I am into it, ladies and gentlemen. I am into it. Now, I will say that Japan hasn't quite rotated yet. They're going to rotate very soon, but they haven't yet. Or at least they haven't in the video we watched. And there is a single card here that Japan has that we don't have, that they kind of need. And it is a single card. It is Lance Prism Star. Now, this is a Prism Star, so it's one in your deck, etc. But Lance is great here. And to be fair, you can still play it in Expanded. We just don't have it in Standard. And in Expanded, you've got Tapu Lele to search it out, which is awesome. You don't have Versus Seeker because of the whole it goes to the Lost Zone rather than getting discarded. But it is still available in Standard in Japan, or it was at the time this video was made, and it's kind of awkward because that is a great card. It lets you search your deck for 2 Dragon Pokemon as long as you had a Pokemon KO during your opponent's last turn. And obviously what you're going to get here is Dragonite. And you do lose something by not having access to Lance. But you can still play Dragonite. You've still got stuff like Rare Candy. It will still work. And to be fair, when you're playing a one-off Prism Star card, it might be prized. Or you just might not be able to find it. Especially given that we don't have Tapu Lele at the moment to actually go and find it. Boo Hiss, etc. But this is a great combo. And while we're here, while we're playing Dragonite, I need to remind you about the Dragonite from Team Up, which has got the ability Fast Cool. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter card and put it into your hand. So not only have you got the Dragonite from Unified Minds, which is helping you to accelerate a whole bunch of energy, but you've also got the Dragonite from Team Up, which will allow you to basically make sure you've got the perfect supporter every turn. That is kind of wonderful. And it actually gets even better than that, because that Dragonite has got the attack Dragon Claw, which means that you can use Dragonium Z Dragon Claw to have Destructive Drake GX. Now, this is an actual GX attack, so it's only once per game, but you discard all basic energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 80 damage for each card you discarded in this way. So if you get free energy onto Dragonite, discard them all, it does 240. For energy, it does 320, etc. It gives you the one thing that Kyogre is lacking, and that is a big smashing attack. So the Dragonite line here, it's not just the one from Unified Minds accelerating energy, it's the one from Team Up getting your supporters, and it's the one from Team Up doing a bunch of smashing. And this is basically the central combo here. Yeah, we're missing Lance, that sucks, but outside of that, this should work. And if you can get this rolling, if you can set this up, this is a phenomenally powerful deck. Now, there are a few other cards we do need to give a shout out here. I said if you can get it rolling, and it's a Stage 2 deck, so clearly here, we are getting all excited about our boy Snorlax from Vivid Voltage. That's the one that's got the ability whereby if it's in the active, you can draw until you've got 7 cards in your hand and then your turn ends. So essentially what you want to do there is just leave it in the active, keep drawing until either you're set up or your opponent knocks it out. Now, when your opponent knocks out Snorlax, you do not actually have access to Lance anymore. And that's a bit sad, we don't have Lance. But we do have Rosa. And Rosa is another very nice card here. What Rosa does is, if you had a Pokemon KO during your opponent's previous turn, you get to search your deck for a Pokemon, a trainer card, and a basic energy. I.e. a Dragonite, a Rare Candy, and honestly, quite possibly a Metal Energy. But honestly, whichever one you need at this particular moment. And Rosa is great in a deck like this, because essentially your strategy early game is leave Snorlax in the active, draw cards. Hopefully one of those cards you draw will be a Rosa, and then when Snorlax does go down, you should be able to get rolling. And that's how you go in a deck like this. You're not hoping to randomly draw into Rare Candy Dragonite. You are basically going, I am relying on Snorlax and Rosa here, and I don't think that's a terrible place to be. Yeah, fine, cards like Marnie can hurt you, but cards like Marnie can hurt you whatever deck you're playing, so I think we'll probably be alright. Viridian Forest is another really good card here. Lets you discard a card from your hand and search for a basic energy. Firstly, it will get a card out of your hand for using Snorlax, so you draw an extra card. And I know you search an energy, but you search an energy to attach. And secondly, it makes sure that you've got the metal energy for Kyogre when you need it. You've got the water and the lightning to attach using Dragonite. I love this deck. This is my kind of deck. It's a dumb deck. It's a silly deck. It was showcased and actually did very, very well on the official YouTube channel. And that was just a friendly game and all of that. But this is still a deck I'm very excited about. I don't like that we don't have Lance. But other than that, we've got all the cards we need right now, and I stand by the fact that being able to just spread 80 damage every turn is a phenomenal attack. And what's going to happen is sooner or later your opponent is going to knock out Kyogre, and you're just going to need one big giant attack, and oh look, in comes Dragonite. I suppose there's an argument that Adventure Bag here, having gone away, is also a little bit sad. We do have a Greedent that will let you search for the perfect tool every turn, but it's also a stage 1, so yeah. Either way, this is a deck I'm very excited about. I want to be playing around with, and might I be so bold as to suggest that maybe you should have a play around with too. But I want to know if you're going to, I want to know if you think it's good, and I want to know if you think I'm maybe going off on one. But, you know, be nice. Go nuts! Be nice. I know I said it twice, it's important. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.